Oh man, our girl Mavis, even our girl Mavis is not immune to a little bit of good luck. I'm really excited to talk about this, guys, today. We've got a little bit to dive into, so let's just do it. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Trey's Trades, where we give technical analysis on different stocks in the stock market, as well as potential buy, hold, or sell opinions on these given stocks. I'd like to preface by saying that I'm not a financial advisor nor expert, so take what I say with a grain of salt. The reason that I started this channel is because a couple years back, I was about $30,000 deep in some medical debt, and I was very fortunate to have some close family, friends, and mentors that pushed me to work hard and invest my money. And I am happy to say that not only am I now financially free, but I'm doing pretty well for myself at the age of 23. I always laugh because once I had a guy say, "What about when the age of 24 happens?" You know. And my birthday is June 21st. My address is in every video if you want to send me a bile or something. But it makes me laugh. Anyways, if I can pass along any of the information, resources, or tools that are given to me to the community, make a couple people better off than they were before, that's all that I can ask for. Last, if you don't mind dropping a like on the video, it really does help support the channel, and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content like this. Now today, we have an update on ticker symbol MVIS, Microvision Incorporated. This is my baby. I freaking love this stock. There's so much good stuff happening here. And we actually had a video come out by DEADNSYDE, who has a pretty decent sized YouTube channel, talking about Microvision. And I do expect that this may influence the stock price a little bit. As we all know, very large scale YouTubers do sometimes influence stock price in the short term. So if you're looking for some opportunity here, maybe today wouldn't be the time to buy, right? Unless you're looking to ride momentum and get out right away. But to me, Microvision is a long-term play, and we're going to talk about all the opportunities that are sitting here right now with MVIS. So we're gonna look at this on the 1 month chart, as well as the 1 day, 1 minute chart, both macroscopically and microscopically. I've got a couple different indicators pulled up, which is the RSI, the relative strength index. Anything over 70 is overbought, anything under 30 is oversold. And then I've got two other ones. I've got the 200 EMA, which is this purple trend line, and the 15 MA, which is this blue trend line. The 200 EMA, the Exponential Moving Average, is a price action-based valuation trend line over a 200-day moving period. And then the 15 MA, which is sometimes referred to as the SMA, the simple moving average, or the moving average, is just a price action-based valuation trend line over a 15-day moving period. I use both of these to get indication of both long-term and price term, long-term and short-term price action. That way we can see if there are any imminent breakouts that are coming and predict some upcoming price action. So we'll look at what this looks like, give you some potential entry points, exit points, establish some support and resistance levels, both bullish and bearish indicators that we're seeing here on the charts, the whole 9 yards. So let's just dive right into the video. But first, I do want to say there is a link to the Patreon in the description box down below if you're interested in joining the Patreon. Patreon is absolutely awesome. We've got a lot of great stuff here over in the Discord, which you will have access to. And as I said, if you're interested, there is a link down below. Now let's just get right into the video. Microvision. Let's take a quick peek at what they are in case you're not familiar. I suppose I didn't pull this, but we both pulled this straight from their website. Let's just read this. Microvision is a developer of laser beam scanning technology. The company markets its technology under the brand name Pico-P. It has developed scanning technology that can be used in products for interactive projection, consumer light detection and ranging, lidar, automotive lidar, and augmented and mixed reality. Pico-P scanning technology that can be adopted by its customers to create high-resolution miniature projection and three-dimensional sensing and image capture solutions that use laser diodes as the light source. The company offers key components for inclusion in a scanning engine, including its microelectrical mechanical systems and application-specific integrated circuits. The company's Pico-P scanning technology incorporates its expertise in two-dimensional MEMS, lasers, optics, and electronics to create a small form factor scanning engine with lower power needs than many other technologies that projects video and still image to capture three-dimensional data. As far as news releases go, we have, automotive head-up display systems market study, but nothing directly coming from Microvision in quite some time. December 29th is the last time that we've seen a press release from Microvision. So the public relations team do be slacking a little bit. They do be slacking. They're taking their time getting some news out, but I absolutely love Microvision. They've got a lot of great stuff. So they've got the MEMS technology, they've got the lidar technology, they've got a bunch of different projection engines, both interactive and non-interactive. So if I was to project this engine onto my desk right here, I could play on it just like some sort of tablet, except it's a projection engine, just like you'd see back in high school or college, right? Absolutely insane. And they are working on automotive lidar tech right now, and we are expecting a presentation on this sometime in April. And if this does come to fruition and it goes well, they have been in rumors of buyout with a couple different companies, right? So Microsoft, Ford, Apple. I know people say that Elon Musk doesn't like lidar because it's ugly and bulky, but I'm telling you, the lidar for Microvision is not ugly, it's not bulky, it's very aesthetic and sleek stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised with Tesla either. But I find the most likely candidates to be companies such as Microsoft or Ford or Apple. Those are probably the top three, especially because Microsoft and Apple are getting into the automotive and autonomous driving game here in the future. And if this does come to fruition, a buyout is very lucrative. To put this in perspective, you get paid per $1 billion in acquisition, and you get paid per share. So per $1 billion in acquisition, you'd be paid somewhere around $7. And let's say that a $10 billion deal is struck with Microsoft, right? You'd be paid 10 times $7 per share times the amount of shares that you own, which would be $70 per share. So if you have 1,000 shares, you can do the math. That's $70,000, which is a lot of money. And of course, we're not getting into Microvision because of the buyout. It's an addition to an already great company. But I just want to put that on your radar because that is something I don't think a lot of people realize with this company. It flies very under the radar. I think a lot of people historically know this as being a pretty heavily shorted stock, but it is a pretty solid company. Now, I want to pull something up for you guys. Okay, so I did just recently get a subscription to Ortex. I've been keeping up with the AMC GME situation, and with all the different data that's available on short interest on different stocks, I wanted to pay for something that I know is very frequently updated and give you the most relevant information that I possibly can. And we all know, if you've kept up with the channel, that Microvision has been a heavily shorted stock for quite some time, which gives it kind of a bad rep, right? We know Microvision is a heavily shorted stock, which is why we see these huge spikes followed by huge dips, right? And what I have pulled up here is the most up-to-date information that Ortex has to offer on the overall short interest. So if we look here, as of 7 days ago, the total percentage free float on loan is 21.26. And 7 days ago, it was 23.31. So there's a change of negative 8.79%, meaning that some people are most likely covered, right? Which would explain why we saw this pretty heavy rip right here. And then exchange reported short interest history for MVIS. This was released on the 10th of November, 2020. I want to be completely transparent with that and tell you this was when this was last released. But we see a short percentage of free float of 14.03, shares shorted of 20.44 million, and the settlement date of 30th October, 2020. So what's the most relevant information right now? Well, as of January 28th, we have days to cover being 2.18. And honestly, guys, Microvision is a long-term stock to me. I'm just presenting this information to help with your investing decisions. But with this being said, there is opportunity here for a possible small squeeze on the stock. And we do see that if we look here, days to cover comes back down. We see a big rip right here. And if I had to guess, there might have been a small squeeze, not anything crazy, that did happen with the stock to push it all the way up here to $9.73 back here in what would have been December 22nd. Now we are getting ready, it looks like, for the next big run. We're looking at days to cover. There is still a little bit of short interest here. As I said, current percentage free float on loan is 21.26%, and the exchange reported short interest is 20.44 million compared to the previous of 20.06 million, which is a change of 1.89%. So I did want to show you that, guys, just in case you are curious on what the current situation looks like. We have 2.18 days to cover currently on any short positions that are existing on MVIS. Of course, we just love this company. We like this stock. We like this stock, as everybody's saying right now with AMC and GME. But let's look at the charts here. So what do we have right now? Well, right now in the pre-market, we are looking pretty solid. We closed the last day at about $7.06 or so, and are currently trading at $7.25. And DEADNSYDE did post a video talking about Microvision. It was on a Reddit thread, and some people were talking about the pros and the cons of Microvision and why this could be a good stock. And I do predict that you're going to see a little bit of a push here today. So if you do have a position in Microvision, today is going to be a good day for you to look at the portfolio, is my guess. And we are seeing a nice little run here so far in the pre-market, which is very assuring. Now, in my previous video, I did point out to you guys that we are in an upward moving channel. Now, what does that mean? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 different touch points here on a ascending level of support, which typically means that this is being respected as a level of support. And you can anticipate, based on the previous price action, that either A, we will continue to respect this as a level of support, or B, if we don't, we're going to have a pretty harsh sell-off. So I anticipate, with the buying pressure that we're seeing right now, that you're likely to see this treated as a level of support here on the stock And we've got a couple other things here that I think are very interesting. So we were in a kind of a descending level of resistance, which is a pennant. It's squeezing down this price action, getting more condensed. And you can think of this as spring loading the stock. And here in the pre-market, we did break through this level of resistance with a very wide range candle bar. Now, what is a wide range candle bar? This typically indicates a lot of buying pressure and a huge change in price. So we see the open here at 711 and the high of the candle at 734, close at 731. That indicates a lot of buying pressure. And we did have that wide range candle bar, which to me justifies and validates that we did break through this level of resistance. So that is a win. That means that we are looking pretty bullish right now. I like that. We've got a nice gap here between the 15 MA and the 200 EMA, currently trading on the RSI at about 48. We are selling off just a hair right now from where we were at the high of this candle, but that is not the end of the world, guys. I love Microvision, and this could be the beginning of the next run. We know this thing took a pretty good beating from some profit takers getting into AMC and GME, and this could be an opportunity to get back up to some previous highs if you're looking for a quick flip, or it could be an opportunity for you just to look at a nice green portfolio if you are very long and you're holding on this position, as I like Microvision. I am in the process of transferring over my account from Fidelity to Webull, so I do not have my complete portfolio pulled up right now, but Microvision is an absolutely beautiful stock, and I absolutely love them. I will be long on this stock for a very, very long time, and I will have a position in this stock for basically as long as I'm able to do so, or unless I need to sell out for some cash on a payment or something. But I love Microvision. That's how that looks right now. We've got that nice gap between the 15 MA and the 200 EMA. Currently sitting at 48 on the RSI indicator, macroscopically speaking. We did have that little pullback here. Guys, this could be just the beginning of an upcoming run, but do keep in mind that all news and catalyst right now does trump and outweigh the overall technical analysis and what the charts are saying. So if anything comes out from Wall Street Bets or CNBC, the media, right, that could slander or change how the charts look right here, that is always going to trump technical analysis. But as things sit right now, if we lived in a vacuum, this is what Microvision is looking like. It's bullish. We broke this descending level of resistance. We are currently on an ascending level of support, setting higher lows and higher highs every single day. And let's look at this on the 3-month chart to see any sort of patterns or relevant levels that we need to watch for. Now, we do currently have a level of resistance sitting right around here at $8.46, which lines up pretty well with a breakdown we saw. We saw a wide range candle bar push beneath this. So I'm going to count that as one touch point, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 different touch points. Very respected level of support. And in terms of the charts here, we do have what appears to be a double top, right? So that's typically a bearish indicator, to be completely transparent. But we are still setting new higher lows and higher highs with every passing day. We're in a nice upward ascending level of support, typically a bullish indicator. We've got one touch point, 2, and if I just adjust this a hair, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different touch points. This lines up very well with the 1-month chart. So I love everything about Microvision right now, guys. This is screaming bullish to me. This is screaming it's getting ready for a run. And if we do look at this right now, if we don't break out of this this current upward channel in the next couple of days, right, I anticipate that this is going to happen in the next 2 weeks. Now, why do I say that? Well, we've got this level of support right here, right? And it's squeezing down day by day. If we respect this upward trending support line, right, eventually we're going to reach a point where it has to break one way or the other. Either A, we're going to break below the support line, or B, we're going to break above the resistance line. And if we break above the resistance line, the next level that you're watching for is going to be right here at 974, which would be absolutely insane. If we break that, who knows where this thing could go in the upcoming days and weeks. But we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 days. So somewhere around 2 full trading weeks and some change is when I expect to see this at least break over 846. And honestly, I anticipate it happening a lot sooner. That is just worst case scenario. If this thing doesn't see any volume, it stagnates, not a lot of volatility, not a lot of price action. But I do anticipate you're going to see that. And this is the worst case scenario, is that is what this looks like currently. If you're looking at a potential entry point, let's come back here to the 1-month chart. We are currently, as I stated, in an upward moving channel. This is a pretty well respected level of support. So if you see a touch point on this level of support right here, this trend line, you're looking at about $7. And I think $7 as it sits right now is a pretty solid level of support and a good entry point to get into this stock. So that is my updated entry point into MVIS. And if you're looking for a quick swing trade and you're not wanting to hold this long, you could be looking at an entry point around $7 and an exit once we touch 848. If you come in with enough shares, that should be about a 15 to 20% gain, which is not a bad swing whatsoever. You can't be mad about that. And if you're looking to get it out before that instance, let's take a quick peek at what we might be looking at. We've got a pretty solid level of resistance right here with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different candle wicks touching. So in the near term, the last 3 days or so, last 5 days, you're looking at a pretty solid level of resistance at $8 even. So if we see a bounce off of $8, you want to take profits. That is what you're looking at, about $1 profit per share. You would not be sitting bad whatsoever. Volume, pretty consistent overall. It has been trending down since we saw this nice little push right here, but I anticipate that changing just based on the information I shared with you earlier. Now, if we look at this on the 1 day, 1 minute chart, we're just going to zoom out here, and the price action in the pre-market is a little bit choppy. We don't have a lot of volume coming in right now, but if we look at the previous trading day and just zoom out here and take a quick peek at everything, we do have a pretty harsh sell-off followed by a nice bottom out. And this is a nice bullish indicator to me. When you see a bottom out, that typically indicates that buyers are saying, all right, 682 is the lowest point that we're going to allow this stock to sit at. And they step back in and scoop that up, and they saw that as an opportunity to get the shares for an oversold and undervalued price. So that is a good thing. It did break below this ascending level of support very, very briefly. But if you zoom in here, you can see that we did see a bounce, and it was respected after that, which is a good sign. So microscopic blips where you see it break down below an ascending level of support, an ascending channel, that's not the end of the world. We want to see the macroscopic picture here. And the macroscopic picture is this is being a very well-respected level. And I love everything about the price action. I wanted to share this information with you because I do anticipate that you're going to see a nice green day on Microvision. So that is what I have for the video today, guys. If you enjoyed it, please drop a like. It really does help support the channel. And consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content like this. And lastly, I have an affiliate link in the description box down below for Webull. Webull is the platform you're watching me use right now. This is version 4 for the desktop. Great platform that allows you to start trading at 4 a.m. In the extended hours for the pre-market. Can be a great tool to help get you ahead of some time-sensitive plays. If you use my link, you'll get 4 free stocks with a $100 deposit, 2 upon opening the account, 2 upon your validation of the $100 deposit. I will also receive a free stock. Great way to support the channel. If you're not interested, that's totally fine, guys. I just appreciate your support by taking the time to watch my videos, my friends. So that is what I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching, my friends, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.